everyone, welcome back on Igniting Minds, the Power of Knowledge. Your host and host Rupal Mishra, and I'm here to speak a new speaker, Dr. Ric Baker, who's a talent acquisition specialist at University of New Haven. He brings 30 years of experience at student affairs and has served as an associate dean in University of New Haven. Recently, he shifted himself in new position. So let's get to know his strategy, how he's going to use his new experience in acquiring new talent in university. So let's begin. So hi, Dr. Baker. Thank you so much for giving your time and welcome on Igniting Minds, the Power of Knowledge, where we talk more on student perspective, how as an associate, how university is belonging to student and here to help them. So thank you so much for coming on the platform.
You're welcome.
And let's start with your journey, how you have been associated with University of New Haven and how you're feeling.
Sure, certainly. So I joined the University of New Haven back in 2007 as an assistant dean, and I came out of the Office of Residential Life and wanted to make a change where I could have more of an impact on the student body. So I came up here as an associate dean in 2007, was promoted in 2011, and then again in 2016 to senior associate dean. So I've been in the dean's office for 17 years, where I've really had just a wonderful time, working with students, watching them grow, graduate, and go on to excel. Excuse me. And then most recently, I decided to leave that position and take on a new challenge here in human resources. So my current role is as a talent acquisition specialist here, working to bring on the best faculty and staff to help our students really make it the most out of their education.
Okay. So if I may ask, how do you feel like when you were starting your career, how did you feel to be associated with the university and being around yourself, like, with the student? Why university? Why not any corporate, probably like, industry being in that? What is the special in being with the university?
Okay. Excellent question. Back when I was in my mid-20s, I was working for corporate America, and I was doing customer service, and I was seeing some unethical decision-making going on with how they were approaching their customers, all worried about the bottom line. And so I realized that wasn't the environment that I wanted to spend my life in. So I thought back to when was a time when I was challenged to grow and to be my best self. And that was when I was a resident assistant as a student. So I decided to go back to grad school to get my master's so that I could work in residential life. And that's after graduating with my master's, I spent my first 10 years working in residential life, boots on the ground, fully engaging students, supervising students, and I learned a ton. And really loved it. Got to travel around the country in different roles before I came to UNH.
Okay. And what is the happiest thing you like being around them? What is the one point which makes you and keep you going every day?
When you have that one student, and it might only be one in an entire year, that one student will come back to you, say in May, and they're like, Dr. Baker, when my engagements with you, I really learned a lot and you've helped me grow. Or you've helped me change because I grew so much as a college student myself. And so being able to give that back to the students that I work with means all the world, means everything to me. No money could be better than having a student say that.
And that particular feeling when they are like sharing their experience and how they have maybe improved from one place to another place. So seeing them, I am pretty much sure like you have been watching tons of students coming here and going, placing themselves like in another level, and it's a wonderful feeling. I'm sure that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now let's talk about what are the challenge you have been in the industry pretty long time now, more than decades. What are the major challenge you see and you feel like should be addressed at that point?
One of the things that I've seen, and it's been a trend for a number of years now, is that students' mental health. Right, and how they come to campus already with mental health challenges. the transition to college life, particularly if you're living on campus, being away from home for the first time, can be overwhelming. And so we've really worked on adapting and improving our services so that we can take mental health issues head on, address them, and also make sure that all the faculty and staff are aware of these issues and how to best handle these issues when they come forward, because they're very present, and that's one of the barriers that I think that can impact students' ability to be successful, is when they're not taking care of themselves from a mental health standpoint.
Would you like to share any example that what was the issue and how university addressed them?
Sure. So, as you know, I've worked with Dr. Roe Allen for the past 4 years,
Right.
And she's really brought this to a focus. And over the last 2 years, I think 2 or 3 years, they were able to get outside funding through the state of Connecticut, and were able to bring a lot of mental health training to the faculty and staff. 2 big things: QPR training, which is a couple hours of training on how to question, persuade, and refer, kind of more of an entry level. But then also they had what they call mental health first aid, and that was a whole day dedicated to spotting types of behaviors that might be indicative of someone who's struggling, but also how best to assist them, and knowing where your boundaries are, knowing that, okay, this is where I can stop helping you, or I don't have the resources to help you further. Let me get somebody else who might be able to assist you with a more intense need.
So any student, like for example, I'm asking about the real time example, like, recently, like even I shared this story with Dean as well, where I was in Bergami, and sitting, like I was just studying, and I met one girl who was not feeling okay. She was crying, and since like it was Sunday, nobody was there, like the noise was like a little louder. So I mean, how there are now I came to one incident, that is, I thought out of humanity, I was not knowing that girl, but I thought like probably I should just go and see if she's okay, because she was crying. And then I felt like, okay, I went, and I said like hi. She got scared. She thought like probably why I came here and all, and I just hugged her, and I said, hey, hope you are okay. She hugged me and she cried half an hour, like literally non-stop. And the kind of feeling I was, I can't tell you. I spoke to her and I said like probably you'll be okay and everything. I don't want to share like what was the reason for that, but then as a student, I was also like studying here, and we both were in the same page, but I shared that to Dean, and I asked her like I feel like she's not okay, and as a university we should look after her. So yeah, she guided me, she's supported her, and there is a university council, and I really want to acknowledge to a viewer like here, we have one division where like a student can come and talk to the counselor, and they can talk about their problems and mental health, how they're feeling and all, which is one of the best thing I have come across. I really felt like this was really needed. So this incident I came across, and I felt when I saw that as a student, I was like, oh, now I can at least rely on the university, rely on the people like over here. Because the moment you leave your country, it's so many things, so many dilemma in the student minds, like financial budgeting, like how they are going to establish here, study on a day-to-day life, where like they need to handle people, diversity, a lot of acceptance and flexibility they need to show. So sometimes like mental health is something which needs to be addressed and has to be like on top of it. So that's why like I was asking like, any story like which you come across and you feel like, oh yeah, that's how like we are helping to students. So
yeah, I've had a number of students who have come into my office for either reasons where I've asked them to come see me, or reasons where they just showed up. But we've had students who have come in in a pretty acute need, right? And sometimes we've been able to get them the assistance of might just be me walking the person down to the counseling center themselves to make sure that we have that warm handoff, right? And they get that. Other times they might need some more intensive, outpatient or even inpatient treatment. But I can think of one student in particular, who was having a pretty rough time, was in my office, and was really, struggling. We had to make sure that person, got their help that they needed off campus. But one of the best parts of it was helping them reintegrate into campus, right?
Okay.
When after they got help, they came back, they were just incredible. And then they had a very demanding major and ended up finishing their degree and graduating a year later. So it was really wonderful to see that full circle. Someone accessed mental health care when they needed it, giving themselves the break that they needed, even if it meant pushing back their graduation a semester, but then being able to come back and be fully healthy and ready to, take on the challenges that their degree program required, and then finish it with strong results.
Yeah, no, that's amazing and wonderful, and thank you so much for sharing that. And I hope like students who are thinking to come here, and it's a discomfort. It's not a comfortable place where like you just come and you are enjoying. You have to accept like a lot of things. So I hope like those kind of information make them feel like a bit safer side. And now let's talk about your new role. Now as a dean, you have been working with the University of New Haven, but you recently got switched yourself like to human resource management. Like you are a specialist now in hiring the people here. So what is your inspiration and what is your view, the future plans to do with this position?
Sure. Well, I had been in student affairs for almost 30 years. This year, I think I was on year 27.
Okay.
And so I had reached a point in my life where I really felt like I had hit a pinnacle, or let's say a plateau. And I was really looking for something, thinking back to my earlier answer, where I always want to be in a place where I'm being challenged to learn and grow. And so when this opportunity came along, it was one that I had always been intrigued about working in human resources. There's a lot of similarities to assisting students and the things that you're looking for when you're trying to bring on quality talent to join our community. And one of the things just earlier today, we had our orientation program for our staff that have been hired within the last 2 months, and we had that today. And one of our major goals is to make sure that they feel a sense of engagement, right? That this is not just a job where you punch in at 4:30, 8 to 4:30, but we have a community. We have move-in, we have orientations that are coming up where faculty and staff can engage with the students, right? Even if their position doesn't normally offer that. So not only do I assist with recruiting and try to make sure we get the best talent and get them excited about joining our team, but once they're here, we make sure that they're properly onboarded to make sure that they know the university's mission, they're aware of the resources, they know where we're going, and that how they can help us get there.
Okay. And what about like student or any candidate who would like to join the university? So what do you see in them? Like what do you, the skill set, if I talk about, you are looking forward to have those, like has to be a necessary part if you want to join a University of New Haven? What are the qualities?
So definitely some of the qualities that we look for in all of our staff is excellent customer service, right? We want to make sure that every staff member knows that we all have a part in making students' success happen, whether that's through retention initiatives, just how you engage with people every single day. So customer service is something that we really focus on. We also want to focus on people who want to work with students, right? Students are not a bother. Students are our job. Students are why we're here. And that is critical. There's some people who, might think that working at a university is just like working in corporate America. It's really not. And I've done both, and I can tell you that. If people are looking for that kind of, let's say, high salary, high stress reward, that's not going to be part of the university setting. We're a nonprofit, right? We're here to make sure that our students are educated, but there are other rewards other than just a high salary. And you have to want to have those intrinsic rewards, whether it be tuition remission that we offer, the engaged employee body that we have, or just the wonderful colleagues. And that's really what has kept me here this long.
Okay. Now, let's talk about what are your future plan with university. Now, like you have joined a new position, how you see in next 3 to 4 years working with the university, how you see what are the changes you want to see in university?
Yeah. So we have a new president, right? So that's very, very exciting. So along with me learning the ropes in human resources and trying to master all the aspects of our workflow processes. And we have several different lines in this office. Again, I'm in talent acquisition, but we also have a benefits person, payroll, all types of different functions that human resources offers. And so really it's listening to our president speak today is just inspiring. And I'm super excited to see where the university is going to go over the next 5 to 10 years with his leadership. And so in my role in HR, it's going to be my role to make sure that people that we are bringing in buy into that vision, right? And buy into what we need to do to get where we're going next. And that's what's really exciting for me.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Now let's jump into the next round of podcast where I am going to take some words where whatever comes to your head, like
free association. Okay.
Okay. So, motivation.
People.
Okay. Inspiration.
Family.
Challenge.
Traffic.
Goal.
Fitness.
Okay. Fear.
Stock market.
Okay. Pride.
Family again.
Okay. And University of New Haven.
Power on.
Okay. And Dr. Baker.
Let's see. One word.
Right.
Passionate.
That's wonderful. It was really wonderful talking to you, Dr. Baker. What piece of advice you would like to give to students who are coming or who are in the stage of planning to, take a decision whether I should come? No, they are in the dilemma. And to those students who are already here.
One of the things that I would say for everybody, whether you're a new student or existing student, is be your authentic self.
Okay.
Right? The University of New Haven is a place where everybody is included. We don't exclude anybody. We are always striving to make sure that everybody feels a sense of belonging. And I have found through my own journey that until I fully lived my true self, there was no way I was going to achieve my ultimate potential.
Okay.
So if you're being hindered by a sense of identity, whether it be race, gender, sexuality, gender identity, anything, you can be yourself here. And until you are yourself, you won't really meet your full potential.
So keep trying, keep reaching out, be associate, belongingness, like with more student and faculty. Try to engage more student and faculty. And I hope and wish you all the best from all the student community side of and we are looking forward to have a new initiative, new journey with university. So with this, we'll meet you next time with new speaker. Till then, keep watching Igniting Minds, the Power of Knowledge. Bye.
Thank you.